Hello there everyone, I'm Tyler. This is going to be a grouping of videos I'm going to be doing to teach some poi moves that I know very, very well and that are kind of necessary when you're learning poi because they teach such great concepts. And the move that we're going to be doing today is called the 3-beat weave, specifically the forwards 3-beat weave. And the way I'm going to teach this to you is a bit different from what other people do. Most people will tell you how to do stuff with one arm, and do stuff with your other arm, and then you can't really slow it down as much as you want to and take it piece by piece like you really should be allowed to. So I'm going to teach it to you in a slightly different way than what other people are going to teach you. The setup is a little bit harder, but the way it allows you to break down the move is just awesome for people who are trying to learn this. So the first thing you're going to need to be able to do is a 2-beat with your right and left arm. So a 2-beat would be right, left, right, left, right, left. When I'm doing this, I have my right arm on my right side. And as it comes down, okay, and the way that you know you're going forwards is that if you were to bring it in front of you, you would rack yourself. That's how you know if you're going forwards. If you're going reverse, you'll hit yourself in the face. Don't worry, it's going to happen to you eventually. As you do this, as it comes down, you're going to cross to your left side, and cross to your right side, and cross to your left side, and cross to your right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is going to teach you the steps of the 3-beat. Eventually you'll be able to do it like this. So each time it comes down, I'm switching sides. Down, 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 down. And once you know that with your right arm, you're going to need to learn it with your left arm. So I'll take this other one here. On my left side, I'm going to spin forwards. I'm going to cross over here. And the thing you want to notice is my form on my arm. I want you to really pay attention to the wrist action that I'm doing here. When I'm doing this, it's all on my wrist. I'm not swaying my arm all around. It's all in my wrist. And to see that motion is what's going to allow you to do this move. Is that wrist. My wrist rolls up, rolls down, rolls up, rolls down, rolls up, rolls down. That's how you're going to get a 2-beat down successfully, is being able to roll your wrists like this. Since we're doing our left side, I didn't mean to get sidetracked on that, my bad. Left poi on your left side, cross. Left poi on your right side, cross. Left poi on your left side, cross. Left poi on your right side. Until eventually you can do this as well. Crisscrossing between your right and your left side. And once you have both of those down, the next thing you're going to make sure that you need to know how to do is crosser. Not a crosser move, just crossing your arms. Which isn't going to be that hard. It's going to feel really weird at first, but it will pass. You should be able to get used to it within about 15 minutes. You'll get used to it if you're just sitting there drilling it. So now what we're going to do, you might want to make your poi short if you're very inexperienced at doing crossers. What you're going to do is you're going to take your right arm and put it over on your left side. So right arm forwards on my left side. Okay? You're going to take your left arm and put it on top. You're going to take your left arm that is on your right side and you're going to spin it forwards. and you're going to go back to that rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This split time. This split time is what's going to allow you to do the 3-beat. And just sit here and do this until you can do it straight for at least 30 seconds. You want to be able to just hold this position. And keep your poise straight when you're doing this. You don't want them swerving out here or swerving out this way. You want them to be straight forwards here and here. Okay? Keep it close to you. It'll make it easier for you. Typically, the more you reach out, the more uncomfortable it's going to be. Keep your arms crossed and close to you, and just spin on your opposite sides and spin forwards. Make sure that you would hit yourself or rack yourself if you were to bring it over. Now as you have that hand position, you're in a really, really good place to learn the 3-beat. And this is going to be awesome for people who are trying to learn this. What you're going to do is when you're in this form, you're going to notice that the left arm is on the bottom. For me, my left arm is on the bottom. Or you might have your right arm on the bottom, depending on which way you're facing. Doesn't matter. For this, I'm going to use my left arm on the bottom. So my left arm is on the bottom. And as we were doing before, we would do this X formation, where we would go over and up and over back to the same side, right? So if your left arm is underneath, I want you to do that cross. Just go over. You'll see that your arm unlocks from that cross, over, and back over to this side again. Okay? You won't be able to do this over and over again. You can only do it once, because as soon as you do it, your left arm is now on top. So, reset. You want to be able to take your left arm, and I'll slow mine down. Left arm, and you want to be able to go out, over. And this is the same pattern we've been doing this entire time, which is this. That X shape. If your arms cross like that, it means you're not moving your right arm out of the way, which can happen. Typically, it doesn't, because you have to raise your right arm just a smidgen when you bring your left arm underneath. You don't have to, but it typically happens that way. Because when you bring it over, as you're beginning, you're going to want to go straight over, and then you'll hit your hands together and you'll screw it up. So take your left arm and make that cross. Cross, cross. Alright? Your arms are crossed again. Right arm is on top this time, which might be weird as well. You may not understand how to spin this way either yet. And then hold this one for a while. And now that my right arm is on the bottom, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to make that X shape again. 1, 2. Okay? Now my left arm is on the bottom, so I'm going to do that one. 1, 2. Now my right arm is on the bottom. 1, 2. Now my left arm is on the bottom. 1, 2. Right arm. Left arm. 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 As soon as my arm touches my shoulder, I switch up which one I'm moving. Okay? So, my right arm is on the bottom. So I'm going to go out to my right side and up. Left arm is on the bottom. Right arm is on the bottom. Left arm is on the bottom. Right arm is on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left. If you can do that, you are doing a 3-beat. Congratulations. You now know how to do a 3-beat. What we're going to do to finish this off, is we are going to start slowly moving the gap inwards, right? So your hands are just about on top of each other. But we're not going to do it while we're in crossover, we're going to do it as we're performing that move. So start with the hitting point between your arms being right at that elbow joint, right here, right at that elbow joint where you hit 1, 2, 3, 4. And as we go down, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So let me show you what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As soon as you hit 8, you're in the position of your 3 beat, and you are now in the correct position that you should be. And this is your 3 beat. It should look like this. The reason I teach it this way is that when your arms are out like this, there is no stopping point. If you stop, they're in this awkward zone of just hitting themselves like this, and their poi are too close together if you actually stop this move. So in order to break it apart, you need to bring it closer to yourself. So you have this big gap in front of you. So you can do whatever you want, really. Just throw it around. So again, you're going to want to be able to do right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And then slowly move that hitting point. You hit your wrist or the bottom of your hand, slowly move that out. And once you reach the 2 wrists hitting each other, you're doing a perfect 3 beat. That is how you do that move. So, if you have any problems learning it, or you can't, you can do this, but you always end up doing this extra beat, or this half beat that people do. Like, they'll do this thing, or they'll do some messed up version of it. This is to keep people from doing that, so they learn this correctly. Again, have your arms crossed about as far as you can. So you should be about 3 inches, 4 inches apart on your elbows. So your arms are crossed past your shoulders. That way when you spin it straight, it doesn't hit yourself. And hopefully you learn the 3 beat. And hopefully you will be ready for when we learn waist wraps and some neat stuff we can do with these 3 beats.